Hey, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Jack and Glenn channel. I'm Glenn. Hey, before we get started with here, before I talk about my man Arris, make sure you hit the subscribe button. Make sure you hit the bell notification so you don't miss any of our reviews. I want to jump on this topic again, dealing with Arris and Jasmine, right? You saw this past episode of Married at First Sight. You saw Arris and Jasmine get a little touchy-feely, right? The most touching feeling that we've seen in the episode with Jasmine and Arris, and she's massaging his legs, and he's like, you know, I want to move at this is comfortable. This is a comfortable pace for me, right? Did Arris just say that? Did you just say that this is a comfortable pace for you? Come on, bruh. You're playing games. You're manipulating. You're playing games, right? He's playing games because this is the same gentleman who said in the previous episode that he wanted to find out what her favorite sexual position is. He wanted to know what her favorite sexual position is, whether it was the downward dog, right? Because her favorite color is lavender, and all girls who like lavender likes the downward dog, according to Arris. So Arris was talking about her being, the downward dog, and he was very hypersexual, right? Every conversation ended with sex, and he stayed on that for a long time. And now he's at a place where, you know, her just rubbing his legs is a comfortable pace. And this does not fool Jasmine. Jasmine is kind of wise, kind of hip to this, and she's like, hold up. Something is going on. You're just the one talking about banging my... Well, she don't know that yet. You're the one talking about sex, and now you want to slow it down. It makes her a little bit leery, right? It will make you leery. Well, 1 minute your man talking about he want to bang your back out or he want to find out what your sexual position is, and then the next conversation or next tone of voice, he's like, oh, I want to slow it down a little bit. It makes you feel that as if because you said didn't give him what he was looking for when he asked, that he doesn't want anything from you now, right? But we get to find out just a little bit later with Arris when he was talking to the guys that he thinks she's so attracted to him that on a scale of 1 to 10 that she is she thinks he is a 12, right? He's God's gifts to women, right? He is the guy. He is the top of the cream. He's the top of the crop, right? The cream. He's the head honcho, right? Based off attraction, she is head over heels over him. But he gives her a 4 or 5, right? And this is where my antennas go up, and this is where your antennas should go. Why is she a 4 or 5 now, right? She was a beautiful woman. She was great. Good to look at. So, Arris, 4 or 5s? You want to bend 4s and 5s over? And have them the downward dog, right? She's very attractive. But, again, let's go deal with the conversation. He said it, not me. You want to bend the 4 or 5 over, but her butt is too small. She's not attracted to her because she has a small butt. Bruh, a small butt? I understand that, but let's get to know the young lady's personality, right? And which means you're not even trying to get her personality, because if you're trying to get to know her personality, the question that you gave to her at dinner would have been much more about her personality and not about her sexual position. Which lets you believe that Arris is no more attracted to Jasmine than a man on the moon. Arris doesn't want to be with Jasmine. Arris just wants to have sex with Jasmine. And that's why it feels awkward. You're not going to be able to love someone if all you want to do is get in between the sheets with them. And all he wants to do is get in between the sheets with Jasmine. The reason that he's never tried to love anyone is because he always wants to get in the sheets. Relationships have to last long, or have to have long periods of time, and be in relationships a long period of time, be able to love somebody. In this day and age, you don't have to love anybody to have sex with them, right? You don't have to love somebody to have them in a downward dog, according to Arris. So I'm not questioning the fact that he had never been in love, because he'd never been in relationships long enough to be in love. He's been in situationships. He's been the maybe the plumber, the maintenance man, the other guy next door. So he has not been in those type of relationships that grows the love. So that's why he can never love anybody, because he's always in and out. He's never in and out. So you got to understand, I'm not mad at him for not ever being in love. He just never been in a situation where he could be in love. He's never been in a relationship long enough so he can be in love. But his cousin tried to school us to that a long time ago, right? His cousin, it wasn't all about Jasmine. It was about, you know what, you about to hurt another woman. You about to hurt another girl, and I don't want you to do that. So you find here, even when him and Jasmine was talking about, on the beach, they were talking about the little dinner. They were talking about their relationship. He's talking about moving, pump the brakes, you're moving too fast. She's not asking you to love her tomorrow or today, but you don't think after 6 days is not moving too fast to get her in the bed? After 6 days, you don't think it's moving too fast to be able to try to, as Clint said, you said, to bang her back out? but she's moving too fast to ask you to say. And she even said, I don't want you to say I love you. That's not what I'm looking for right now. But I don't want to go through this whole process and get to decision day and find out that you have no feelings for me. Or find out that you don't care for me. To find out that you don't love me. That's what I don't want to do. I don't want to go all the way through this process and realize that it ain't working out. That's the issue. And then he goes, this feels awkward. Well, it feels awkward because you went from sex to nothing to try to slow it down. Of course, you're not going to solve this problem. And he goes back to say, well, we know we're going to have some ups and downs. Of course, you're going to have ups and downs, right? Ups and downs in a relationship. But where do you want the ups to be at? And where do you want the downs to be at? How do you want to control it? How do you want to manage it? Is it much more than sexual with Arris? And if Arris wants his relationship with Jasmine to work, it has to be much more than sexual. He has to understand that it's just not a big butt and a smile. It has to be she has some more substance to her. But he also is in trouble because if Shaq is spilling the beans about what went on in the men's conversation, and I might do a little different video on Shaq, stop snitching, right? When men are talking and men having barbershop talk, don't go back to the women. Done deal. All right, but I might talk about Shaq a little bit. But when his wife finds out that she's a 4, he might think she thinks he's a 12. I guarantee you that number is going to go down. And I'll almost guarantee you, if you have not gotten any booty from that small butt woman that you not attracted to, when she finds out that you think she's a 4 or 5, he may not be getting any booty anytime soon. Hey, you guys, let me think. Leave a comment in the comment section below. Let me know what you think about Arris. Arris's comments about Jasmine. Where do you think Arris and Jasmine's relationship is going to go from here? A lot of superficial people on this season of Married at First Sight. All about body parts. I don't think too many people are looking for love. It looks like they're looking for body parts and look for physical attraction and not just love. Once again, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell notification. If you lasted this far to this video and you hadn't hit the subscribe button, what are you waiting for? Hit the subscribe button. I know you enjoyed it because you went this far, right? 6, 7, 8 minutes. All right, talk to you later. Peace.